You good? Okay. I'm going to be on the right, you're on the left.
Yes.
Okay.
So beautiful. If you'll take her hands in yours. You may be seated. Welcome, friends and family. We know that Sarah and Justin are here today to get married and that they are perfectly suited for one another. We've gathered here today to celebrate these two wonderful people, to witness their commitment that they're going to make together, and to pledge our support for them and for the union they are entering into today. The bride and groom want to thank each of you for being here. Sarah and Justin are so grateful to be able to share this special day with all of you. Today is a day of tremendous joy and celebration, and as we celebrate, we are mindful especially of friends and family who we so deeply wish could be with us, who are unable to physically be present. They're in our hearts and minds, and they're with us in spirit, and we're grateful to them and mindful of them and all that's happening here today. So how did we end up here today? How did these two wonderful people somehow not only end up meeting, but falling in love and choosing to spend the rest of their lives together? Well, I'd like to spend the next few minutes telling you a true version of how that happened.
Oh boy.
Our story begins, like all good love stories, on an internet dating site. In July of 2015, Sarah and Justin match on OkCupid, and Justin sends her a message. Sarah opens it, but doesn't respond for 5 months. Fortunately, she does eventually look at Justin's profile again, then writes back. After a little back and forth, Justin seems to be a wonderful guy, but having tried plenty of online dating sites in the past, she is still a little wary. So she tells him she'd like to meet in person. She doesn't want to waste time. She knows that anyone can look good on paper, and Sarah wants to know if Justin is the real deal. Mm-hmm. He agrees, and they eventually settle on drinks at Cameron Bar and Grill near Sarah's home. Mm-hmm. The day of their first date arrives, and as is her habit with first dates, Sarah arrives early. That way she can buy herself a drink, and if things don't go well, she can feel comfortable leaving without sticking someone else with the bill. Unbeknownst to her, Justin is actually already there and has grabbed a table. After buying a drink at the bar, Sarah turns around and sees the guy she's supposed to meet already sitting across the room, and so she sits down with him and they start chatting. Justin's first impression of Sarah is that she actually looks like the picture on her profile, and she is lovely. As they talk, he quickly notices how very smart, funny, personable, and charismatic she is as well. And within 15 minutes, he knows that he'll want a second date with her. And Sarah is really enjoying talking with Justin too. After they've chatted for a bit, Justin suggests they order dinner, and Sarah says yes, which is something she never does on a first date. But Justin just puts her at ease with his gentle and kind demeanor, and she likes him right away. They talk about books, music, and their mutual past experiences of living in New York City, and before they know it, a few hours have flown by. After dinner, Sarah is feeling bold enough to invite Justin back to her place for a bourbon and to meet her dog, Roxy. Naturally, Roxy likes him right away, so thus far he's passing all the tests. At one point, Sarah and Justin are standing in the kitchen when Justin tells a super corny dad joke. As she laughs, that's the moment when Sarah knows for sure that this guy will get a second date with her. She's usually pretty cautious, but Justin has really put her guard down. Eventually they say goodnight, both eager to see each other again soon. And they don't wait that long. The very next day, Justin calls and says he's in the area. Would Sarah mind if he stops by with his dog Bryce, to say hello? She doesn't mind at all, and though it's just a quick meeting, it's wonderful just to see each other again. To top it all off, their dogs get along perfectly. Yeah. Sarah can tell that Justin isn't afraid of pursuing her and showing his feelings. He's genuine and not there to play games, and she loves that. And so date one leads to date two, and soon Sarah and Justin are building a life and a future together. Family and friends can tell that something special is happening too. Sarah tells a friend that she's met this really smart, funny guy. The friend soon starts to hear about Sarah's new boyfriend from others in their circle too, and it's clear that everyone likes him. Justin's loved ones hear all about Sarah too, and they can absolutely tell that he is smitten. And as the years go by, there are many beautiful moments that stand out. Sarah recalls the first time she told Justin that she loved him. When Hurricane Matthew leaves her without power, Justin invites her to come stay with him during the 10 days it takes for her power to be restored. On the fourth night, while deciding what movie to watch, Justin goes to find Star Wars, a mutual favorite. It turns out he doesn't have the right DVD, and Sarah is back at her place. So he spends a good few minutes looking to purchase it to stream online. They keep running into roadblocks, but as Sarah watches Justin's his laptop on his knees and wearing her reading glasses, looking so calm, persistent, and adorable as he tries to find the movie simply because Sarah says she likes it, she knows that she loves him. She's really known it for a while, but in that moment, she just can't hold it in any longer, and so she just tells him. And of course, he says that he loves her too. Eventually, they even get the movie to play, and everything is perfect. For Justin, he knows that Sarah is the one when he just can't stand their time apart. Every time he goes on the road for work or when their differing schedules mean they can't be with each other, he finds himself anxious and impatient to be with her again. And so at some point, Justin decides it's time he asked her to marry him. They've been talking about marriage for months. They both know that they're in this for the long haul, and they feel like the time is right. So Sarah and Justin choose an engagement ring together, and sometime later, Sarah knows that the ring has arrived, and she can't wait for him to ask her. Justin, being the gentleman that he is, asks Sarah's parents for their blessing, and they are, of course, absolutely delighted to give it. Now all that's left is to choose the time and place. Justin knows that he wants to ask Sarah to marry him in a special, quiet moment, just the two of them. They tend to prefer simple, intimate occasions rather than big public displays, so it's only natural that the proposal should be the same. One night, Justin has dinner all ready for Sarah when she comes home from work. Tonight's the night. But when Sarah gets home, it's clear that she's had a difficult day at work and is exhausted, so he decides to wait. Instead, he pops the question on a nondescript night while doing one of their favorite things in the world, spending time at home on their couch together with their dogs napping next to them. As they cuddle quietly, having a perfect moment, Justin pulls out the ring and says, "I've chased a lot of feelings in my life, but this is by far the best. I want you to be my wife. Will you marry me?" And of course, she says yes, and here we are. They did it. After they soak in the joy of their engagement together, Sarah and Justin share the happy news with friends and family, and everyone is thrilled. Everybody loves both of these two wonderful people, and they're so happy to see them planning their future together. So this is a beautiful story, and it's because of the moments in this story and many others that Justin can say of Sarah when I asked him what he loves most about her. Sarah is the most kind, generous, and warm person I've ever known. She's so empathetic. If a friend is hurting, she is hurting. If a friend has cause to celebrate, she leads the cheers. Sarah's intelligent, caring, and beautiful. I love that we share the same values and a love of our dogs and all dogs. We believe in kindness. We don't need a lot to be happy, just a roof over our heads and our dogs. I'm excited for this day and this moment where we get to celebrate with our friends and family, and I'm excited to grow old with Sarah by my side. And Sarah can say of Justin when I asked her what she loves about him, "I'm the luckiest girl in the world to have found Justin. He loves me unconditionally. He sees all my strengths and my faults and accepts me as I am. He comforts me, supports me, cheers me on, and cares for me. Every morning, Justin asks what he can do to make my day easier, and every night before bed, he asks me what I need, and then he does it. From starting my car for me on a cold morning to bringing me a glass of water, Justin takes care of me, and I take care of him in turn. We are partners in everything. He is my best friend and my favorite person." Now, Sarah and Justin are in love, and two people in love do tend to gush about each other. But it's the opinions of family and friends that might be a bit more objective. Well, I asked a few friends and family about Sarah and Justin. A few of you are here today. A few of the people who they love the most. And here's what you all had to say. Sarah and Justin are one of those couples who, when you see them together, they just make sense. Like two puzzle pieces, both are different, but they fit together perfectly. They have the same silly sense of humor and bring so much joy to the people around them. They are both funny, smart, unique, talented, and hardworking individuals who share the same genuine, caring, fun-loving personalities. They have strong social beliefs and want good things for everyone. They both know what they want and are not afraid to say it. Both Sarah and Justin beam in each other's presence, and their dogs. Their dogs get along so well. It's as if they were matched as siblings.
Yes.
Sarah and Justin seem literally designed for each other, and our hearts could not be more full to see these two wonderful people marrying each other. So the most important thing about today, about a wedding, about what makes us all come together in suits and gowns and less than comfortable dancing shoes, is what happens here in the moments to follow. Today is like no other in the story of Sarah and Justin, because they've invited us here to observe and to witness and to celebrate the promise that their love has inspired. How they've grown together and come to this moment where they want to say to one another, I will be that person who is always here for you. I commit to loving you faithfully for as many years as we have left on this earth. So today, Sarah and Justin, you are here to say publicly and to us and to each other that the bond that started to take root in all those mundane moments and exciting excursion, that bond you will commit to keep strengthening wherever life takes you together from this day forward. Now, before Sarah and Justin say their vows to each other, I'd like to share these 3 short poems with you. These poems are very special because they were written by Justin. Sarah tells me that every year for Christmas or her birthday, she asked Justin to make or write something for her. Over the years, he's built her a fire pit, resurfaced their kitchen cabinets, painted every wall in their home, some of them twice and much more. 2 years ago for Christmas, Justin wrote these poems for Sarah, and she tells me that they are one of her most cherished gifts from him. I will read them now. 2 trees on opposite sides of a clearing fell in love. Now they spend their days waiting for the wind to blow the scent of the other across, and leaning their crowns inward to be a little closer. You are my tree. 2 dragonflies circle ever closer, kept apart by chance and strong winds. Exhausted, each landed on a branch and found their wings touching. You are my dragonfly. 2 planets in orbit around a distant sun found a pull stronger than gravity. They write love letters to each other in rivers and mountains to be read once every 1,000 years. You are my universe. Beautiful. And now we come to the heart of the ceremony, the part of the day when Sarah and Justin break new ground into their relationship by making promises to each other, traditionally called vows. Sarah and Justin have opted to write their own personal vows to each other, and so, Sarah, I invite you to read yours first.
Okay. I need glasses. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh boy. Everything I want to say to you today, I've already said before in cards or texts or conversations on the couch, and it's all still true. You don't take my breath away, you put it back. Until I met you, I just wasn't breathing right. You are exactly who I want, and you are everything that I need. You're kind and thoughtful, hilarious, crazy smart. You make me laugh. You tell the corniest dad jokes ever, but they make me laugh. You make me think. You make my knees weak. And most of all, you make me feel good about myself every day. And that is what I promise to you. From this day forward, I vow to do all that I can to make every day for you a little brighter, a little easier, and to always make you feel good about yourself, because that's what you do for me. You're my best friend, my greatest love, my fiercest supporter, my accomplice, my soulmate, my everything. It took me 45 years to find you, and you were worth the wait. Every second. I know he's gonna need him.
Sarah, for most of my adult life, I've been chasing a feeling I didn't know quite how to describe. I could see the life I wanted. I kept reaching for it. It was right there. But I couldn't grasp it. It kept curving just out of sight, just over the horizon like a setting moon. What I eventually realized was that I wasn't chasing a feeling, but a part of me that I had lost through neglect, and that would never be a part of me again unless I had someone to share it with. And then we met. And now I'm whole again, thanks to your kindness, your warmth, your gentle and intelligent soul, and most importantly, your love. Now we go forward together, and my chase is over. I love you.
I've gotten pretty good at not getting emotional, but the tears are flowing for me. Do you, Justin, take Sarah to be your wife, your partner and friend? Will you join your life with hers, share with her all there is to be, and grow with her in love? Will you honor her, be faithful to her? Will you give her your hand, your love, and yourself for all the days of your life?
I will.
Do you, Sarah, take Justin to be your husband, your partner and friend? Will you join your life with his, share with him all that is to be, and grow with him in love? Will you honor him, be faithful to him? Will you give him your hand, your love, and yourself for all the days of your life?
I will.
Sarah and Justin will now exchange rings as a symbol of the promises they've made here together and of their ongoing commitment to one another. Justin, woohoo! If you will place Sarah's ring on her finger.
There we go.
Excellent. And Sarah, if you'll place Justin's ring on his finger. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment, and the love you now feel for one another. Sarah and Justin, as you go forward as a married couple, I bless you that you will continue in the love and in the happiness that you've already found together. I would also like to bless your family and your friends, that they will have joy in your marriage and in your futures together. May life be good to you, and may you in turn radiate that goodness out to those around you. And now, with great joy in front of all of your closest friends and family, by the authority given to me by the state of North Carolina, I pronounce you husband and wife. Y'all may share your first kiss as a married couple.
I love you.
Love you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Now, friends and family, if you'll please stand with me now, it's my distinct honor to present to you for the very first time the newlyweds, Sarah and Justin.
Should we walk?
We walk.
Okay.
Let's see, you gotta help me.
Okay. Big spider.
I don't know where the music is, but
He's working on it. Thank you.